Azazel.
Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so it's been a few weeks. I said I was going to record it about me, and I actually did. But one of the things that kind of makes me me is being extra. So the video was extra long and had a lot of just extra stuff in it. I tried to edit it down to make it something that was worth watching, and I ended up just having to start over. So thank you for coming back to my channel. I am Style Feast, and today we are just going to do a quick little about me so that the next couple of videos can be DIYs. We can talk about fashion and style and how to dress your body type and shopping and all those fun kinds of things. But I figured you'd kind of want to know who exactly Style Feast is before we get started. So without further ado, about me. Can't sing, but I like to. So most importantly in my life is my daughter. I am a mommy, and she's amazing. Her name is Sanaya. She is 12 years old, and it is the most important thing in my life, being a mom. Sometimes challenging. It's hard to be a single mom, but Sanaya makes life so easy. She's brilliant, she's kind, she's genuine, authentic. She is sweet and loving and brilliant and thoughtful, and there's too many words to describe her. But she's literally, I know all parents say like I have the best kid, but they be lying, and I'm telling the truth. Literally, you can ask anybody that's ever met her and they will tell you she is one of the most amazing children that is walking the earth. So thank you, God, for giving me an amazing daughter. Definitely the most important about me there is, because hopefully one day she will want to grow up to be like me. So, oh, that's heavy. So I'm actually 34, even though I keep telling people I'm 35 because for some reason I feel 35. I'm actually only 34. I double majored in interior design and architecture, and that's what I went to college for. Ended up working at a design center for a few years, had private clients, went on to do weddings and events, and became a certified wedding and event planner. And now I actually work for a very prestigious fashion design college here on the West Coast, and I get to teach students all kinds of different things, and it is really such an amazing honor. So pretty much my entire career has been creative. So I enjoy being a creative person. It allows you to kind of dabble in a lot of different areas. So my career is really creativity. Yeah. And we'll come back to this, but this wig, honey, is life. I don't know how they do these wigs. See, this is what happened in the last video. I started rambling. So we'll come back to the wig. But yes, career and education, check. One more thing you know about me. Okay, so I actually got started wearing wigs, weaves, and crochet like in my last video. That was crochet hair. I got started wearing those kinds of things because when I was 26 years old, I was actually diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer. And I underwent a bilateral mastectomy. I had to do all kinds of different things like tram flap surgery, which is where they take stomach muscle and put it up here, trying to rebuild your chest muscles and all kinds of things. So I did chemo and radiation. I had Lupron shots, and I was on tamoxifen, which is a chemo pill format, for a few years. And breast cancer really changed my life. And not just on the outside, and not just physically from the actual cancer itself, but emotionally, spiritually, it has grown me. It has allowed me to see that, it's not important to sweat the small stuff. It has allowed me to be able to understand that, the real meaning behind beauty is only so a skin deep, because literally this is just a shell. It could change at any time. But really having self-worth, self-love, those are the things that are literally eternal. And it's important for us to love ourselves. I mean, I've had almost a dozen surgeries, and so I have so many scars, and they still make me uncomfortable and self-conscious and all of that. But I also recognize that scars are a sign of healing. They're not open wounds. I have been cured of breast cancer, so it has taught me a lot of different things. It's also allowed me to kind of step into the new phase of my career, which has been a lot of motivational speaking, a lot of women's empowerment and youth empowerment, and really just teaching people how important it is to love who you are in the now. Life is so short. I mean, you can turn on the news and see exactly how short life is. So breast cancer is just another chapter in this journey of my life. And I founded a nonprofit. I've spoken at breast cancer walks. I have been featured on different shows and all kinds of different things. And it's afforded me a lot of different opportunities. But the greatest opportunity is really not just sharing my story, but sharing my story in a way that would allow it to help someone else, encourage someone else, and empower someone else, whether it's a cancer survivor or just a regular person. So breast cancer is definitely one of the most influential and pivotal moments of my entire journey. So we'll talk more about breast cancer probably in a couple of videos in the future to get a little bit more into it, because I definitely want to give you more insight. I've hosted how to do self-breast exam classes and all kinds of different things like that. So I definitely want you guys to be well aware and well informed. And so I will do an entire video just on that. Okay, so hobbies, likes, and dislikes is another thing that I thought would be fun to kind of talk about. I will tell you really quick, literally I'm going to try to do this in like a minute and a half. Now that I'm getting older, I feel like I'm becoming more bougie. Like, I don't do lines. If there's an outing or a club event, honey, we've got to have some place to sit down. We need some VIP status. We're going to need just it. Yeah, I'm not the one anymore to be waiting in line and be standing outside and no. Also, I love things like Haagen-Dazs butter pecan ice cream. Now that I've been addicted to Haagen-Dazs, I literally cannot have any other kind of butter pecan ice cream because I turn my nose up to it. I'm addicted to Haagen-Dazs. I love to sing and dance, and probably so much so that it's obnoxious to the people around me. I pretty much sing everything like, we're going to the store, stupid stuff like that. Literally, people could make any kind of statement, and I either have a movie quote that pertains to it, or I've got some kind of song that goes along with it. So I love to sing and dance, and I love to watch movies. And remember, it really only takes me about one time to see a movie before I absorb a couple of lines. But if I've seen a movie more than 3 times, honey, I probably could do the movie from beginning to end. I don't know why I can remember those kinds of things and not what I came to the kitchen to get. Okay, so it's funny how the brain works. Things that I dislike. One of my biggest pet peeves is people not understanding the lane names, okay? So when you're on the freeway and the lane furthest to the left, with the exception of the carpool lane, okay, is called the fast lane. The lane furthest to the right is the slow lane. Please, people, do what the lane denotes, okay? If you are going to drive 37, first of all, don't be on the freeway, but please don't be in the fast lane. It's for the fast people. And vice versa. Don't try to go 97 in the slow lane when people are trying to get on and off the freeway. Nobody has time for you. Okay. I have a little road rage, and apparently it even has seeped over into when I'm at home, because it really is a dislike of mine. I really dislike mean people. When I get on an elevator and I smile, or I say hello and I say good morning, how much energy does it take for you to just say good morning back? Smile. Make a friend. Be nice. If you're mad at the world, stay home. I don't understand. And I hate when people are like nurses or doctors or teachers and they don't like people. Those kinds of people need to work at the DMV. I mean, like, isn't that a requirement? Hate life, work at the DMV? I don't know. So those are some of my likes and my dislikes. I love my friends and I love my family. Find your tribe and love them hard. I love people who encourage and uplift, and also aren't just yes men and women that actually tell you how it is and tell you when you're wrong, so that they do not stunt your growth. So shout out to all of my soul sisters out there. You know who you are. I love you dearly and literally could not do life without you. So loves, likes, dislikes, you know most of them. Maybe we'll come back to them in another video, because I actually have quite a list. Last but not least, I was gonna do this on the likes and the dislikes, but actually it's more of a problem. My name is Brittany Antoinette, and I'm a shopaholic. I love to shop, but you will be very surprised, and I think also proud, okay? Hopefully you'll be proud to know that I don't spend a lot of money when I shop. And I don't shop all the time. I kind of do, okay? But when I shop, I look for deals. And you would not even believe some of the deals that I got at Zara this past week, some of the deals that I got at H&M. I mean, I got a dress for $2.50. A $70 dress. I think it was originally $69.99. I am a shopaholic, but I shop with the best intentions possible. I don't like to just shop for myself. I shop for my daughter a lot, and her stuff actually costs a lot more than my stuff. If there's something that I see that I like that is more than $30, and even $30, I'll be like, and here's the tea on that, okay? If you shop with the frequency in which I shop, you really cannot afford to buy designer this and designer that. Also, I have a very eclectic style, and I like things that are trendy. Now, there are certain things that are trendy that will be popular now, and then they will go away. And there are certain things that are like seasonal things. So seasonal things are slightly different from trendy things, because a seasonal thing would be a print that's always going to be in style. Like, oh, I already hung it up. Something like houndstooth, right? Or stripes, or polka dots, or leopard print. Those things are going to be a little bit more seasonal than trendy, right? They might be on trend during a certain time of season, but something like plaid and houndstooth is always going to be around in the fall. Does that make sense? So anyway, I will not give you too much of a style lesson right now, but I do like trendy things. So it doesn't make sense to spend a whole lot of money on something that could possibly be popular for 2 seasons and then you're done. I do now pay attention better to quality over quantity, because I had a storage unit full of clothes. I had clothes at my aunt's house, in a closet and in the garage. And I used to have a walk-in closet, and it broke. And So it can be a problem, but we will do a shop with Brene day. I will show you some of the deals that I find, how I find my deals, how I style my outfits. We'll get to all of that, but Shopaholic is definitely something that's on my list. And I guess that's it. I will do word of the week. So let's get into that. What should this week's word be? All right, so this week's word of the week is going to be uncomfortable. I'm choosing the word uncomfortable because sometimes we get into uncomfortable situations and our first instinct is to revert back to what makes us comfortable, not really fully understanding that the uncomfortable place is also the place that requires the most growth. So I'm challenging myself this week to be uncomfortable, to allow myself to sit with the feelings of uncomfortability and to grow beyond them, as opposed to shrinking back into complacency or back into old patterns or habits. Word for the week, uncomfortable. So I hope you guys enjoy this week that is coming up. If you find yourself in an uncomfortable situation, ask yourself, why are you uncomfortable? What could you stand to gain from this uncomfortability? What growth can happen? Stay focused, stay motivated, and until next time, I love you.